So, what do you say?
Should we get going? We'll get going if you say. Should we get going? Should we get going? So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome on stage the global head of marketing, Mr. Kyle Zhang. Thanks. Appreciate it. All right, hello Mumbai. How you guys doing?
Live launch of OnePlus 6.
One more time. How you guys doing? All right. So first, I want to thank you guys for being with us here today, and I also want to thank everybody who's watching online across India. Now, when we launch a new product, we get excited. But today's maybe a little bit more exciting because we're launching more than one product today. Okay? So you're going to get to hear some new stuff that we're pretty excited about. But when it comes down to the fundamental things that are core to OnePlus, those things don't change. And I think for us, what it all comes back to when it comes to product, when it comes to service, it's user experience. And that's what we think about, and that's what we consider when we do anything. So in what you hear today, it should all come back to that. So we're looking forward to sharing a lot of our philosophy and also some new products, and it comes back to this. So before we get into product though, I want to take a step and go back and look at the year that we had with you guys together. We just mentioned it. Almost a year ago, we were literally right here launching the OnePlus 5 with you guys. It was a let me see the hands again. Who was here last year? All right, so let me ask you guys a question. After I presented last year, everybody told me I had a really bad haircut. How did I do this year? Any better? All right, so I got a lot of hassle about that. So that was a big day for us. 1,500 of you joined us here in Mumbai, and 2 million people watched across India. And it was a big moment for us because it really showed, I think, the passion the community here has for the OnePlus brand. Later in the year, in New York, we launched the OnePlus 5T, and we talked about our approach on software and why we believe at this point our approach on software is now, we believe, the best. And it comes back to that theme of user experience. Now, on this new chapter for us at OnePlus, we kicked things off last night in London. Over 1,500 OnePlus community members came from different parts of the United Kingdom, actually all over Europe, and even some members came from India to get things started. But, in my opinion, this is the main event right here. There's over 2,000 of you guys are here to make history, because this is the biggest OnePlus event we've had in our history. So give yourself a round of applause for being here. All right, so the last year's been a big year for us, okay? So, and time flies, right? And I think, when I think back to the start of 2017, we were still, I think, like an underdog, okay? So we're an underdog, and since then, we've emerged as a market leader, okay? So in India, in the premium segment, we've emerged as one of the market leaders. And I think it's, again, it comes back to the approach we take, and I think our products are preferred because of the things you'll hear from us today. Now, in addition to India, globally, we're seeing other proof points as well. And I'll give you a couple examples. One example from Finland. We partnered with the biggest carrier there, Elisa, and for the last 17 months, we've been the best-selling phone. Another example. USA, where I'm from. So when OnePlus first launched, the OnePlus One, successful and very popular in the United States. And I think over the last couple of years, I'm based in San Francisco, okay? If you go to any of the big technology companies there and you go see where the engineers and developers are, you'll see a lot of OnePlus One phones. OnePlus 2, OnePlus 3, OnePlus 3T. But what's changing is more and more people hearing about OnePlus. And as Americans start to, I think, get a little bit smart about buying devices, we've emerged as a leader in the unlock category. And so I think we're seeing proof points across the globe in the markets we're in where people are responding really well to OnePlus. So I think it's a good sign for us, and it all comes back to, we believe, the approach we take on product. Now, this year, over the course of this year, we've received numerous awards. Some in India, some globally. And not just awards, some of them are noting us as being the best in terms of best overall approach. And this is pretty respectable company we're in. So I think we're proud of that, and again, it comes back to, we believe, that approach that we take from a user experience standpoint. So we're up here, and I'm saying a lot of good things we've done, and I think for us, last year was a great proof point because the 5T exceeded our expectations. They were the best rated devices on Amazon IM. So a lot of good things, but for us, it's not about being a leader for the sake of being a leader. Again, it comes back to the approach, and I think that's what's important to us. So again, it's about this. And I think for us, user experience, it's something that's probably, you hear a lot of companies talk about their users, their customers, community, and all these things, right? And here's why I think OnePlus is legitimately different. And I think it's because we constantly are engaged with you guys, our user base, on a very, I think, substantive level, and we take that feedback and we put it into everything we do. And there's a lot of different ways we do that. When OnePlus started, it was about the community forums, and that's still the place where we get the most feedback, talking to you guys in terms of what's important from a product standpoint, new features we're considering, getting feedback. We also get feedback on social media, across all channels. That feedback tends to come quickly, sometimes good, sometimes bad, but we hear that as well. Also, pass the test for us, because for us, we're not going to add a feature if we don't think it brings a useful consumer benefit. So, over the course of the last year, we've introduced one new program, which we call Open Ears. And with Open Ears, what we do is we meet with our users face-to-face, where they live, talk to them about new products, get their feedback, and co-create together. So let's take a quick look at our new Open Ears program.
So today we're at the very first Open Ears Forum here in London. It's an event where we have invited around 20 of our past customers to hear directly from them.
So in London, Hamburg, Germany, Stockholm, San Francisco, we got a lot of good feedback. Customer service, camera, our products, and software. And we're excited because we've heard from you guys, and I'm excited to announce today we'll bring this program to India coming very soon. So stay tuned, we're excited. And I know there's been a lot of passion. I've heard from a lot of you guys about this, so that's one thing we're excited about. Another thing we're excited about is a program we started last year that we're looking